Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2014 Mercedes-Benz diesel motorhome. This is a Mercedes-Benz diesel. It's built by Forest River as a Solera Class C with a big slide out, and this one has the Mercedes-Benz chassis, which is still under warranty. The warranty, special extended warranty from Mercedes-Benz, is from until 2026. Right now in 2023 it has a 3-year extended Mercedes-Benz warranty on it at this time. Now here is the floor plan. You can zoom in or pause on the floor plan, put it on your big HD TV in your living room. This is a YouTube video, so just watch it on your YouTube app. That's your floor plan and specifications of this motorhome. So I'm going around showing you all the features. It has power awning, has new upholstery on the front seats. It's extremely clean, like brand new condition inside and out. And that thing that flashed up on the screen was the directions to go to YouTube and load it up on your big TV. We interrupt this video in the beginning here because I didn't want to refilm the whole video, but after having this motorhome, we decided to reupholster the front seats so that they match the couch. They're two-tone front seats, fully reupholstered with brand new. They were seeing a little bit of sun, and we didn't want them to start flaking off like some RVs do. We didn't want you to have that experience, so we went ahead and spent $2,000 to reupholster the front seats. And the light color will reflect the sun. This is done with a special marine grade vinyl, which is for boat seats, so it can survive being in sunlight and stuff like that. It's very good quality. And then, you know, these seats do swivel around. These are in a seating position so you can have a conversation with the people in the back. So as you watch my video, so that you're not confused, this is what the new seats look like. And as you watch the rest of the video, you'll see the old seats, and you can compare with the new seats, and you think, well, do I like the new seats better or do I like the old seats better? So if you like the old seats better, you can buy a different motorhome, because this has the new upgraded seats in it now, as you see here. And I'm going to put a little note at the end to remind you after if you watch the video. It has some gigantic storage capacity in this motorhome. The mega storage compartment here. Now we also have tire covers and stuff like that for this motorhome. Got an LED lights in the compartments. It's very clean in here. Very nice motorhome. It's got LED light strip over the patio, plus it has a porch light as well. Because it's a 2014, it has the frameless windows, these clean fitting windows that fit flush on the outside of the motorhome, give it a cleaner, more aerodynamic look. And this is a glossy mirror finish white exterior. It's not faded. As you look at different motorhomes, you'll see a lot of them are done with tan bare fiberglass, and they just don't hold up as good in the sun. This whole motorhome is very clean. It's got LED tail lights, power, full-length patio awning. The patio awning is open, but at the flick of a switch right here in the entry door, we can retract it, and it retracts very quickly and effectively. It rolls right up into the side of the motorhome. Before we go all the way up, I'm going to take a close look at the patio LED light strip right there. That's mounted in a track at the base of the awning, so it billboards the side of the motorhome. Now LED lights, when you're out at the campground in the evening, LEDs don't attract bugs like the old style fluorescent or incandescent bulbs used to. As we're walking around the motorhome, I'm going to show you some things. This is your water quick fill. You pull it in front of your house, fill this up with water, and you have water for the restroom. You're ready to go on your trip. This is your water heater. This is your coach heater, your refrigerator vents, your outside electrical outlets. You can plug in a George Foreman grill right here. There's cargo compartments all around the coach with a little safety catch so they can stay open. You've got sewer hoses and water hoses in the coach. It's a really nice setup. This is not my first Forest River Solera. I have had another one and it had over 300,000 views of the YouTube video of it. It was one of the most popular model motorhomes I've ever had. It's a very clean. Forest River is a company that's owned by Warren Buffett, the billionaires. They've never gone bankrupt. They're very financially stable because they're a Berkshire Hathaway owned company. This is a Mercedes-Benz and it's a diesel. As you look at C-Class motorhomes, C-Class are the one with the cab over the front driver's seat. As you look at different C-Class motorhomes, most of them are going to be on the Ford chassis with a gas engine. This is a diesel. It's only 3 liters. Your gas mileage could be as high as 17 miles per gallon or as low as 10 or 11, depending on how you drive. But that's still a lot better. If you buy the Ford, you may be getting 6 or 7 miles per gallon. So this is way more fuel efficient as a motorhome. It's extremely clean. There's no accidents on it. It has keyless entry. Has the books, manuals, accessories with it. The seat material is in excellent condition. Soft, not peeling, not cracking. You have to watch out for that on some of these motorhomes. This owner kept the sun off and protected the motorhome from sun damage inside and outside. So it's in really nice shape. As we take a close look at the cab, all the seals and the gaskets, they're all in great condition. It's very clean. You have running boards to help you get in and out. It has new tires recently replaced on the front. These are not the original tires. These were replaced. Again, frameless windows with a mirror reflective finish on the exterior. It has an awning over the top of the slide out. Those are really important. This was just replaced. And I'm going to take a second to explain on my videos important things you need to pay attention to. So that awning material was replaced. That's like a conveyor belt. When you're out at the campground parked under a tree, or if it starts to snow, the snow or the debris that the birds and the squirrels drop on top of your RV, the leaves fall out of the tree. If it's fall, you could have a massive amount of leaves fall on top of the RV. If you don't have that awning over the slide out, all that debris will settle on top of the slide out. Then you put the slide in and you start driving and you hit the brakes, all whatever's on top of the slide out would come inside. The awning prevents anything from coming inside. So when you roll the slide in, everything on top rolls off like a conveyor belt. You got that? That keeps you clean inside and also keeps the sun off, but most importantly it keeps water and debris off and out of the motorhome. We're going to show you the top. There's weatherproof vent covers on top. It's got a high-powered air conditioner unit on the roof. Out here where your hookups are, your waste hookup station, you have a full sewer hose. Some of these Mercedes-Benz and other smaller motorhomes just have a little tiny hose with a pump. This has the full same type of hose you would get with a fifth wheel or a big RV. It's a full black and gray tank. It's not a composting system. Sometimes when you go look at small motorhomes, they give you a cartridge. You use a toilet and you have to change the cartridge. That means you got to go to the store and buy a new cartridge. This isn't anything like that. This is if you hook up to the campground and you hook your hose up, you can stay connected for a month and never have to really mess with your toilet at all. or your shower water. You could just take nice long showers. You never fill up the coach, because this is a residential style plumbing with holding tanks. And when you're at the campground, you have a big area light to help you see when you hook up your station. This little black thing here, this is your power connection. We have a cable that plugs in here when you're at the campground, comes with it. This light comes on to tell you you have power, to make it easy to understand. And then you have power in the coach. This is a TV connection, so you can hook up to the park cable. Look, it's nice, clean condition. It's not all turned yellow or discolored or anything like that. As you look at 2014 motorhomes, you're probably going to see that. You don't see that on this coach. The bumper, 7-pin connector for hooking up a trailer. Trailer hitch, exhaust, generator exhaust. Again, giant cargo compartments. There's a lot of storage capacity in this motorhome. It's a small 24-foot. Let's go inside and have a look. So we're gonna go into the 24S Forest River Mercedes-Benz motorhome. And then this is a small that fits in one parking space, but big on the inside. So we have like a full-size bed, which works to be as big as a queen, in the sense that you're not going to fall out on either side the way they shove these in here. As a full functioning bathroom. Now be aware, when you look at motorhomes on small platforms, some of them come with little toilet cartridges that you have to change, or composting toilets. That's not what this is. This is a full toilet. If you're at the full hookup campground and you hook up your hoses, it's just like a bathroom in your house. You could go and use the toilet as much as you want, the shower as much as you want, and unlimited flowing water going down the toilet or septic system of the campground that you're parked at. It does have onboard holding tanks, so if you're in the middle of nowhere or on a long trip, you can use the shower, you can use the toilet. And then when you get to a dumping station, you just dump your holding tanks. It's really a nice setup. And another important thing to point out while we're talking about the bathroom, you have a shower with a glass enclosure and a porcelain toilet. When you look at some of these RVs, especially on Mercedes or van-based motorhomes, the toilet is in the shower. This is not that case. This toilet is separate from the shower. So the toilet stays a dry toilet and the shower stays a wet shower. You also have a bathroom sink area here with a medicine cabinet. You have a kitchen station over here with your refrigerator with raised panel doors. A nice refrigerator. We put a brand new cooling unit on it. So the refrigerator has been serviced. The engine, the generator hours, it only has 22 hours on the generator. I'll show you a picture. There's only 22 point something hours of use on the generator. So the generator is almost not used. That's not even half a work week. Very little time on the generator. You have a microwave, so you can nuke your food. You have a gas oven, so you can bake your food. And then some campgrounds, you go there with no hookups, like a state or national park. They're more of a, they call a primitive campground, or in the desert in the middle of nowhere, or a campground where you're surrounded by tents. Some campgrounds have quiet time. If you're not plugged in, you're not supposed to run the generator during quiet time. You have a 3-burner cooktop. Let's see if it lights. Lights right up. 3-burner cooktop, so you're able to cook in here. We have propane on board. You have a stainless steel sink with a plastic sink cover, so you can cook right here in the kitchen. Glass cooktop countertop extension, so you can make use of the countertop space that you have. Privacy curtain to close off the bedroom area. Now this has seat belts for 5 people, 3 on the sofa, which turns into a big bed, and 2 in the front. That's 5 seat belt positions. You have the cab over bunk bed up here, which could sleep 2 people potentially. So hypothetically could sleep 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 people, depending on how cozy you like to get. So there is possibility to sleep up to 6 people in here. There's a lot of storage on this motorhome because look, this has a really big, almost full, it has a full room slide out, which is a lot of Mercedes, you'll only see the sofa slide out, but this has slow sofa, storage, and a big storage, about 10 feet, 10 feet long. Slide out here actually is about 10 feet of slide out, so it opens up big inside, so you have a lot of floor space to walk around in here without bumping into everybody else that's with you, which is unusual for a 2014 short RV, and it's also unusual for Mercedes RVs in general, or van-based RVs. It's almost impossible to find them with this much room inside. Really a lot of walking space in here. The floor is in excellent clean condition. On the Mercedes, the seats swivel around so you can join the conversation. If you don't need the bunk, this ladder comes off and it stows, which you need 2 hands to stow it. That flips over, and then you have ease of standing up and sitting down in the front seats. Now we have a TV on a swing arm mount, which you can watch from the sofa when you're driving, or enjoy it when you're camped. In the bedroom, there's another swing arm mount television, so you can watch it. You can change the different angles and push it back in the corner from the bed area. So you do have TVs, you have reading lights, you have privacy curtains. Look at all the storage over the bed, so you can store all kinds of stuff in this motorhome. Storage over the sofa bed as well. Storage in the kitchen area. So it's a lot of room in here for a Mercedes-Benz. This is a really nice one. Has more room inside than most. Some of the newest ones with a full wall slide have about this much space. Among the nice thoughtful features in this motorhome are little step area lights, so you don't trip. If it's dark in here, you can turn on the little step lights just so you can navigate around without tripping over yourself. It's got roof mounted air conditioner. The air conditioning control is right here. It's a Dometic high powered unit. This is a higher powered AC unit. So we've got fan, cool, furnace on and off, so we can turn on the AC, but it's cold right now. I'm wearing a big old jacket. It's winter time, so we don't need to. The AC has been tested. It is working. The furnace is working as well. The water heater is working. Everything is working. There's even cup holders thoughtfully placed in the overhead with some little storage pockets to put your stuff up here. If you are sleeping, you can put the TV in the forward position. There's a release knob here to loosen them up. Now we're inside of a building. These TVs are picking up over-the-air free broadcasts from the local TV stations mounted on the mountaintop. You got different channels which you can change the channel. So 4.2, these are digital. 4.2, 4.3, there's 150 channels coming in. So as you change the channel, the different stations come in and you get over-the-air broadcast. When you get to a new area, you just go into menu, and then you go into, I gotta point this the right direction, channel. It has a signal strength indicator showing you how strong the signal is. and then you hit auto scan and then scan for the channels in your area, and it'll take off the channels that you don't get. I've already done that, so we don't need to do it right now. But as you see, nice picture from the televisions. The refrigerator is clean. There's no odors from it. It has been serviced. And the bedroom TV is the same way. You scan for channels. If you need satellite, we recommend Dish Network so you can have HD picture. And they have low-cost portable satellite dishes that you can connect to the RV. And both these TVs are 12-volt TVs. They're actually plugged into cigarette lighter style outlets. So the engine and the generator don't have to be running to watch TV. They do run off the RV house battery. And you have light switches throughout the coach. These are LED or halogen lights. They're very bright, energy efficient lights throughout the coach, and most of them off of wall switches, so you can turn the lights on and off from the wall switches. There's wall switches underneath the cabinetry and sofas, etc., to turn the lights on and off. This is my little note at the end of the video to remind you that we did reupholster the front seats with the two-tone marine grade vinyl, and this is how they look now, in case you were confused. Looks really nice. It matches the sofa really well, and as well as the rest of the upholstery. No matter who you talk to when you're looking at RVs, in order to get the over-the-air broadcast TV stations like I talked about, there's hidden somewhere. This one has a little button here. You see there's a little green LED light in the compartment there. That little green LED, not the red one, the green one. I can turn it on or off. If it's on, your TV signal amplifier is on and you can get over-the-air pictures. It does use battery power to power the signal amplifier for the TVs, but if I push that little button, you won't get any TV picture. So when you're going to look at different RVs, if you want the TVs to work, the amplifier, signal amplifier, has to be on. And you see we're plugged into the cigarette lighter right here for power for the front TV. Now this one has weatherproof vent covers. The vents are clean and weatherproof. So in the bedroom, we have a weatherproof vent cover over here, so you can leave that vent open at night and let the cool air circulate through the coach. Or you can run the AC, but notice the vents are very clean. This RV is in like new, unused condition. There's a vent over the front with a fantastic fan, and it's also clean. The fantastic fans, you can turn these on to very high speeds. Instead of running the air conditioner, you run the fan on multiple speeds to blow cool air throughout the coach. With the window cracked open, it's going to pull a nice cool breeze through the coach. Or you just turn it off. Alternately, you can run the air conditioning. If some places you go, it's cool enough you don't need to run the air conditioning. Sleeping arrangement, the sofa bed turns into a jackknife sofa or jackknife bed. It jackknifes. It bends in the middle and jackknifes into position. So it's not a full pull-out bed. It's a jackknife sofa. Then over the front seats, you have bunk beds for 2 adults or possibly 3 kids going, the small kids going the opposite direction with the heads towards the front. And then there are 5 seat belts in here. On the rear, this is a full-size bed. Almost a queen, but not quite. It's a full-size mattress in here. It's a nice thick mattress. And it fits in there nice and cozy. Because you're surrounded in there, you're not going to fall out of bed. You're going to be cozy in the back. So you could easily sleep 5 people on beds. But the floor space has enough room to set up additional beds, inflatable beds on the floor. So if you wanted to put an Intex air mattress here on the floor, you would have room potentially to sleep a sixth person inside on beds, or you could put sleeping bags and bed rolls down as well. If you want to get really crammed in here, you could definitely do that. So people always ask me, I want to see what it looks like with the slide closed. It is a big slide, so it's a little more small inside when the slide is closed, but you can still walk all the way through and squeeze your way into the restroom. So if you're driving on a trip and you need to stop and use the restroom, I'm not small, I can fit, I can pass all the way through here, go to the restroom. You have quite a large aisle with the slide closed. It doesn't intrude that bad. It's probably at 3 feet wide still, actually, so it's pretty roomy. Now we have the seats in the rear position, and then you swivel them around to drive. It's just a release lever on the back of the seat and slide them forward and back, and they very easily rotate. It's a Mercedes-Benz thing, so it works really nicely. You could use the kitchen, you can use the rear refrigerator. You have full access to the motorhome. Let's say you live in a house where you're going to squeeze this beside the house and it's tight, so you might not be able to open the slide. That's okay. You can still use this as a guest room for your house, parked beside it. It's a nice motorhome. It's always better to take full advantage of the slide out if you can, but if you can't, you can still use the motorhome regardless. Test driving the Mercedes-Benz. It's very quick. It's not a Corvette, but it's a turbo diesel, so it has a lot of power and it can accelerate very nicely. It's very smooth and quiet. It handles really well. I've driven these motorhomes coast to coast. It has a backup camera up there. It has navigation. This one currently has 35,000 miles on it, but this is a diesel, so that's nothing. Diesel is... FedEx runs these for hundreds of thousands of miles as their delivery vans. They're very, very nice, reliable vehicles. This one will fit in one parking space, and I'm going to demonstrate parking in one space right now. As we drive around here, we can pull it into a single parking space. We can pull right in, and not everywhere can you fit in one single parking space, but as long as there's nothing directly behind you, no poles and no bushes that are too high, you can pull right into a single parking space. It fits right in. It's just a matter of going frontwards and backwards and maneuvering with your brain power and your backup camera. There you go. One single parking space. Now we have the backup camera right there. We're maneuvering. I can drive backwards in the parking lot using my backup camera for views. I have my navigation here. We have our navigation right there. It's showing our navigation. It has a route punched in. It's showing where we are and where you want to go. You can update this. This is a factory installed navigation system on this vehicle with a 7-inch touchscreen. This is a touchscreen, so you can zoom in and out. You can change the settings. Touchscreen with Bluetooth hands-free. There's a little switch on the side that when it's on, you can listen to the radio or play DVDs in here, stream them to the television when you're parked with the engine off. And then when the switch is in the down position, it just runs off ignition system. So as we go up under the front, we're going to take a look at the engine and see that there's no leaks. This is a Mercedes turbo diesel. It has 6 brand spanking newish tires. That's excellent tread. All 6 tires have been replaced. That's your fuel tank, your exhaust system, your chassis, this Mercedes-Benz chassis. The rear tires, notice those are BF Goodrich radial TAs. Those have been replaced. They're not the original Continentals that came with the motorhome. It does have a full-size spare tire. That's your stabilizer jacks right there, hydraulic jacks that will lower it down so you can steady your floor, so when you're camping it doesn't bounce around. It actually can level it as well, but that's your towing hitch, your generator exhaust, and your vehicle exhaust. That's underneath the generator. Mud flaps, tires. This is a dually rear axle, so there's 4 rear tires and 2 front tires, so 6 tires plus the spare makes 7 tires come with the vehicle. Running boards with steel reinforcements to make it secure when you get in and out. Again, the engine and transmission, no leaks. It's running great. FedEx uses these Mercedes Sprinters as delivery vans, and they last forever. This one only has 30,000 miles more or less. We showed you earlier. That's the hood. That's a top view of the engine. That's your air filter for the cabin and air filter for the engine. You got a giant windshield washer reservoir, your brake fluid reservoir. That red thing is for jump starting vehicles. If you need a jump start, that's a jump start connection under the hood. That's a big clean air filter so that when you're breathing the air inside, it stays nice and clean. Filtered air to the interior. That's the generator. It's a Cummins 3,600 watt propane fueled generator that runs from the onboard propane tank. There's very low time. I showed you inside. It only has 22 hours of total use. Cargo compartment. It's nice big cargo compartments. You could fit a golf club set in there. Take a close look at the body line. There's no collision damage on this. No dents, no scratches. That's your propane tank. That's fuel for the generator and cooking and heating. Easy access. You drive the RV to the propane fueling place and they'll fill it up for you, no problem. That's your sewer connections. Remember, this has a black tank flush, city water connections. You can hook it up and camp for months at a time and never have to mess with anything if it's hooked up to the full hookup campground site. That's your giant storage compartment. Let's go up overhead and take a look. You've got a giant rooftop air conditioner and weatherproof vent covers over all the vents in the motorhome. It fits in one single parking space, and there's a skylight over the rear restroom and a weatherproof vent cover. There's a weatherproof vent cover over the bedroom vent and a weatherproof vent cover over the front area vent. It's got a second skylight over the dining area and brand new awning fabric I showed you earlier. That's a slide topper awning to keep the breeze off your slide outs. We've resealed the roof. We've done maintenance on this coach, so it's ready to go. There should be no water leaks. All the seals have been double checked and topped off with fresh sealant. And you have a large power patio awning. You have a digital TV antenna on the top there. So thank you for watching my YouTube video about this Forest River Solera. Go to my website and check if it's still available. My website is mybestcar.com, and the company name, if you're going to pay a check to us, the check is going to pay to the owner of A Buyer's Choice. If anybody else shows you this video, just make sure your check is paying to the owner of A Buyer's Choice, so you know what motorhome you're getting. My name is Mike Johnson. If you have questions, give me a call, 951-681-2101.